Hello, everyone. With block break fast approaching, we wanted to take a moment to speak with you about low risk and high risk weekend and block break activities. During these uncertain times, it's important that we take time to reflect and recharge, and we encourage our students to use the time during block break for self-care, whether it be going on a hike or simply taking some time to relax and breathe. We recognize many of you may be heading back home over block break, while others are moving to campus for the first time and will be under enhanced social distancing protocols while awaiting test results, and still others will be having a more traditional block break experience. Regardless of your plans for block break, we wanted to share some information with you that we hope might be useful as you plan out your weekend and block break activities. Here in Colorado, we're under a safer at home order, and staying on campus and spending time with a friend, socially distanced, of course, is a very good low risk option. Generally, prioritize activities outdoors that involve a small number of people over higher risk indoor activities with many people. If you do travel outside of Colorado, or if you think you may have been exposed to the coronavirus, or you found yourself in a high risk setting, please seek testing upon return to campus at the Student Health Center. Thank you for being mindful of your safety and ultimately the safety of our CC community as you plan your block break activities. Amy Hill, Director of Campus Activities and Student Orientation, is also planning some activities for students on campus. Amy, could you tell us more about those?
Of course. So Campus Activities has been working with our student life and programming partners across campus to put together a wide variety of both in-person and virtual block break events so that students can participate regardless of their individual circumstances. So some of our virtual block break events include a online salsa class, a virtual escape room, as well as a yoga class and some other fun opportunities. Our in-person offerings include Campus Activities takeaway kits, a walking tour of downtown, as well as the fact that the athletic facilities are open and you have the opportunity to go swimming, to work out in the fitness center, or go ice skating if you make a reservation. So we want to make sure that you're engaged, but that you're also taking that time to rest, relax, and recuperate. And you can participate whatever fits your needs and your circumstances at the time. Most of our events will require advanced registration because capacity is limited, or we need to get you the Zoom login information in advance. And so keep an eye on the Block Break Digest so you have that information. But I'm going to turn it over to Ryan, who's going to talk about some of the offerings of outdoor education, as well as other tips to make the most of your block break.
Thanks, Amy. In outdoor education, over this block break, we do have 7 different offerings for in-person activities. We have a couple overnight trips to Cheyenne Mountain State Park, a couple different e-bike trips going out to the Legacy Loop, as well as Garden of the Gods to ride our new e-bikes, as well as 3 on-campus clinics and workshops revolving around paragliding, fly fishing, and just finding different ways to go out and explore our wonderful areas around campus. Now, I recognize that some folks are going to want to travel on their own over block break. So whether you're at home wanting to explore those areas, or if you're here in Colorado, I just ask that you think about staying local and think about your activities of choice. Trying not to do super high risk activities. An emergency really can disrupt and really hinder some of the smaller towns' EMS systems. And so really being conscious of that, as well as just doing research of wherever you are planning to travel to make sure that you know the local restrictions. So for example, here in Colorado, we're under a stage 2 fire ban, as well as many counties require you to wear a face covering, even if you're just out hiking in the public space. So just knowing about where you're going, and then being prepared for what you're going to need for the day. So if you can go ahead and just pack everything, and so you don't have to stop in smaller towns to refuel or restock your food and so forth, can really be a good way to minimize the spread. So those are a couple things that we've got going on at Outdoor Education.
Thanks, Ryan. Again, we want to thank each and every one of you for all you have done and are continuing to do to keep our CC community safe. No matter how you choose to spend your weekends and block breaks, remember that the everyday actions of wearing your masks, socially distancing, and washing your hands truly make a difference in reducing the spread of the virus. We wish you a wonderful and safe first block break. Bye.